There's a red dot on the screen. No, not by Deadpool, not by the 12 Days of Marvel, but Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. So you know what we do right about this time here. We take a look at the brand new character that's been released, go through, see what they're about, and all the characters who are needed for us to complete these challenges. So it's going to be multiple man. Jamie Madrox is a character who's been heavily requested for the community for some point in time. And we're going to look at him and his dupes. Um, one, I guess, side note, sidebar. I was hoping, well, I haven't looked to see who his 4-star or any of his characters are, but I imagine we're going to have some sort of X-Man involved. But we got Emma Frost here, the 4-star version. Um, Pretty much the same scheme that I have on mine, 445. Um, we'll we'll look at mine to get the exact abilities in a second. Um, but a purple is gonna be kind of something we need to be aware of. A purple psychic melon, which costs 8, it'll create a 2-turn repeater tile. Okay, that as long as it exists, uh, we won't be able. Hang on, yeah, this one here, yeah, we won't be able to activate any of our abilities. See, I knew. Yeah, I was trying to skim over to remember. Did this one here disable abilities, and I'm like, yeah, I know it does because I've used it in events in the past. But also what it does, it destroys 3 strike attack or projectiles that are on the board, and if there's none that exist, then when the repeater tile reaches 0, it will destroy AP in our strongest color instead. So that's gonna blow just a little bit. But then also too, this tile is destroyed if the selected enemy is downed or if Emma enters her diamond form, which we'll talk about that there momentarily. Uh, a girl's best friend, aka Diamonds, is her black ability, which costs 7. It says if no friendly special tiles exist, then you create a friendly special protect tile, then fortify. Um, Basic or friendly special tiles, prioritize specials, and then this power becomes diamond form. And what diamond form does, it increases her match damage. She can't be stunned, she can't fire off any powers, and she takes less damage from abilities and matches. And then if there's no other fortified special tiles on the board, then emphasis on friendly, then she'll turn back into uh, her normal form. And then labor for learning is her yellow ability, which costs 8. She creates a 2-turn repeater tile that when it's done repeating, she'll place some strike tiles on the board and then improves any existing friendly strike tiles by the listed amount. And ideally what you would want to do is you want to fire off your label for learning, let that get going for a little bit, fire for psychic meddling so that you can remove any strike, attack, and protect tiles, and potentially make an opponent not be able to fire off any powers. And then girl's best friend to fortify um, all of her stuff. Affiliations for those that care: Heroes, X-Men, Mutants, uh, Avengers, A-Force. Again, should technically be villains too, but she hasn't been a villain in quite some time. Alright, multiple man. Funnily enough, I said if they ever did release a multiple man, his he would need some sort of green black power scheme. But his black ability is called Hit Me Again. Each time multiple man takes damage, create a dupe on the board, prioritizing any enemy strike attack or projectiles, followed by the enemy's strongest color, and this power can't be disabled. So Emma's not going to be able to disable this ability here. So as long as we have friendly dupes on the board, match damage and damage is going to be reduced for us by the listed percentage amount. And then if we have 34 more dupes, if they ever exist, then multiple man team wins the match. So we have another way to instant win, so to speak. And then dupes can only be matched away if they're a part of a match 4 or higher. So you got tiles that are continually persist on the board. And again, to Hit Me Again, that's one of Jamie's unique abilities as a mutant. So anytime that he gets touched forcefully, he will make a dupe of himself. So that's that. My own best friend which is some of his dupes do end up being his best friend or having their own personality. This one is another passive ability, but it drains AP in a selected color. So if we choose, if we have 10 AP in a selected color, and then we fire and we choose that tile, then there are some effects. So if we choose red, we create an attack tile, blue protect tile, green strike tile, a trap tile, which when it leaves the board, multiple man is healed for a burst of health, which honestly that should be a true heal, because Jamie actually has a healing factor because of his dupes. He's done it to recover from injuries. Again, not on the level of an Incredible Hulk, so just so we're clear. But the fact that they did give him some sort of a heal, like, okay, that's cool. A trap tile deals damage to a random enemy, and then if we choose black, it's a 3-turn repeater tile that deals damage to multiple man and 2 random enemies, which again fits into his character too. Alright, and then reabsorb. This is his green ability, which I forgot that he actually does have a true heal. He has a burst and a true heal. So you drain up to 12 green AP. So the cost of 5-star Thor's green ability. For every 2 AP spent, reabsorb friendly dupes, destroying those tiles, and then for each one that's been absorbed, you gain health, and then you gain 25% of the AP that would be generated from destroying those dupes in their colors rounded up. And then obviously destroyed tiles don't generate AP, but they deal damage as well. And at higher levels, that ups the threshold to 14, though I think leaving it at 12 won't be good enough. As far as his affiliations goes, mutants, heroes, and X-Men. So let's just get into it. Okay, cool. So we've already. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a strike tile on the board. Put it here. Cool. That's the old Madrox Prime. Oh, well, that was the heal. Hit up red. Fine. That's actually pretty cool that those tiles are actually quote unquote get locked, and there's all those there. They get destroyed. Dupe trap. Now she goes into her diamond form. To quote Nelson, ha ha. I wondered, do we have, any ways of knowing how many dupes that we have on the board? Because that would be cool. Alright, let's go ahead and reabsorb these dupes, get a heal off, or do damage, one of the two. Alright, so there's that. Thanks Alliance for playing as always. Yeah, this is normally the latest that I've been playing the game, but hey, whatever. Well, since I need a Deadpool daily, well, not a Deadpool daily victory, but I need a Deadpool victory, why not? Cause I'm gonna try and cut his health in half. That's the key. I know it'll take reduced damage and whatnot, but Alright, and I think that should actually be enough to just drop a normal whale up on them. Or come pretty close to it. Yeah, we'll get rid of them with the match 4. Duh! Dang it, Wade. Well, actually, that's my fault. Run it back. Cause I got real stupid with it. Like, okay, well let's just match. I just match all the purple tiles. Totally forgetting. Oh yeah, hey yeah, Jamie does stuff whenever we match purple. And it would be effective too if we had a somewhat useful black instead of it just, oh man, hey, we just jump out in front and you know, absorb damage. But that's gonna hurt a little bit. Old Jamie really does have a punchable face. I said I am not dropping a super whales. Nope, because I just want to, you know, just win the fight normally. We'll go this way here. Yep, and that's his alternate win condition there. So there's the 34. I will do this here again, and I will succeed. Again, can't really use any abilities that quote unquote stun, so. Alright, well there. Cut him down in half. Let's see. So there goes that reduced damage there. More of that reduced damage. Can't really match purple because that doesn't improve the game state, sadly. I mean, it improves it, but it doesn't improve it, just like doing that there. Cut them down to size again. Okay, cool. Okay. Cool, cool. I will take that victory there. All right. Let's just get the easy stuff out of the way. Wolverine, he's a yellow, red, and green user, though not in that particular order. Green is feral claws, cost 6. Create strike tiles on the board, and will create additional strike tiles based on the amount of red AP that you have. Well, for every 3 green AP that you have, he'll create 1 strike tile on the board. So you want to fire off his green, then fire off his red ability, which is Animatium, slash, strike, whatever. But it involves his claws. It costs 12. It does single target damage to the opponent, and that's pretty much that in a nutshell. And then finally, yellow is his healing factor, which is passive. So anytime he's at 50% or lower health-wise, anytime you match yellow, he true heals. Affiliations, X-Men, Avengers, Heroes, Weapon X, Enhance, blah blah blah. All that good stuff there. What is our strongest color? Should be yellow, right? There it is. Yeah, that's what I was looking for, to try and one-shot them. Alright, Cyclops, another mutant, another X-Man. Red, yellow, and black. His red ability is Optic Blast, costs 10, deals damage to the target. It destroys a random row of tiles. Alright, his yellow ability is called what is it? Mutant Savior, Mutant Revolutionary, that's what it is. Cost 7. It converts some number of team up tiles on the board to red, and then, you know, whatever cascades happen from that there as the board settles, you know, that does that. And then finally, his black ability is called Full Blast. It costs 13, and what it will do, it will deal damage to the target, and then if you have a certain number of red tiles on the board, he will stun himself for at least one turn, uh, and it will do additional damage if you happen to have more red tiles on the board. Because that triggers the stun. So it does a normal amount of damage with red if you don't meet the whatever the tile threshold is. But if you do meet it, he stuns himself for at least one turn. As far as affiliations go with Cyclops, I know he's mutants, heroes, and all that good stuff there. Yeah, we can keep this Deadpool here. Not gonna hurt anything. Again, just Thanos these nodes here. Well, those two nodes there, because they're really easy. Getting into the meat and potatoes of the nodes now. Toughen up, Professor X. So there's another X-Men here. Professor is a blue, purple, and yellow user. All of his moves are passive, similar to Multiple Man. Professor's blue ability is a passive. You make a match 5 or greater, the Professor will gain AP in the team's strongest color when he makes the match 5. So in this case here, probably would be blue. His purple ability, Blind Spot, which costs 7. I erroneously said that all of his moves are passive. He actually has one active ability. So Blind Spot, what this will do, it'll turn the Professor invisible, creates a purple invisibility tile that as long as the Professor's invisible, all match damage and abilities are pretty much well, single target abilities are useless against him, but if you happen to fire off any team abilities, it'll get around the invisibility. And then finally his yellow ability, which is passive, it will create strike, attack, and protect tiles. A strike, attack, an attack, and a protect tile on the board whenever one of your allies fires off a power. And then if Professor happens to make a match while one of those tiles is on the board, then he'll strengthen that up depending upon the number of times the Professor has matched that tile. So yeah, his affiliations, because now I'll actually look. Heroes, Mutants, X-Men, Illuminati, for those that care. Well, Multiple Man will be able to hit himself tomorrow, so. I don't know if we would have enough time to make the Professor gets his blind spot. I think we do. Alright. Alright, now let's go ahead and start doing the Professor shenanigans now. Strengthen some of those tiles. Let Jamie hit himself. Alright, let's see. Let's go this way here. Again, we're just making sure. Things get stronger. Alright, so there's that. Now, I would hope that Havoc would be his 4-star since he's, I mean 5-star since he was a member of X-Force. And there it is. So Havoc, red, yellow, well, yellow, red, green, and blue user. His red ability, it costs 9, and what it'll do, it will deal damage to the target. Then it'll create blue charge tiles on the board, so that'll be helpful. His green ability costs 12. It's called Cry Havoc, and it will deal team damage to the opponent, and then destroy any strike, attack, or protect tiles that happens to be on the board. You know, when you fire off that ability. And then finally, his blue ability, Radiation Absorption. This costs 7, and in order to fire this power off, you must have at least 3 AP in whatever color that you are going to absorb. So if you have 3 red, and then it'll convert that red AP into green AP, and then deal team damage. And if you choose to gain red AP, it'll convert your green AP to red, and then you'll deal damage to the target. Affiliations for those that care: Heroes, X-Men, Mutants, Brotherhood, Team Cap. And like I said, that's the quote-unquote standout ability there, Radiation Absorption. Plasma Beam, again, like I said, it's solid, and I forgot about the ignore the enemy projectiles portion. And then, like I said, Cry Havoc, yeah. Attack and protect tiles, and like I said, at higher levels you can deal with strike tiles, but Havoc just needs to rework all around, so to speak. Let's keep the mutant theme. Domino, let's go. I probably should have broke up with Polaris, but we'll do Lorna tomorrow, cause you know, the whole X-Force thing. Let's see here. Go green. Create some dupes. Trying to see here. Go ahead and make this match 5. No, actually, one of the crazy things that I did with Havoc, the reason why he's champion, because one time when I played his featured PvP, I was like, oh man, this dude here seems amazing because of his red ability, which again, it's solid for what it does. It just needs he just needs reworks all around for his other stuff, because that's not really that great, to say the least. But I said his green, I mean, has a green, but his blue ability is actually really good. It's just the other parts of his kit are just leave a lot to be desired. Alright, so here's the multiple mana friends vault. Uh, Again, as per usual, you know, opportunity to get your featured character, whoever it may be. One of the featured 4 stars, random 4 star, the featured 3 star, random assortment of 3 stars, and then you know your featured 2 and all that good stuff. ISO 8, heroic tokens, and not heroic, but a legendary token, and basic support tokens, and then mighty tokens and all that. They're heroics. I mean, yeah, I did say heroics, so I was wrong. So okay, that's all that there. Um, so finally, one last thing, the final video for 2023 is the 12 Days of Marvel. So we're gonna go ahead and get that there out of the way after these messages.